Today we are going to talk about the spectrum of bone tumors. Bone tumors are either primary tumors arising from bone tissue itself or secondary metastatic tumors spreading from another cancer source. Metastatic bone disease is far more common than primary bone cancer, especially in middle-aged and older adults presenting with new bone pain or lesions. Primary tumors are classified by their cell origin, including osteogenic, chondrogenic, and fibrogenic types, and the classification guides diagnosis and treatment. Benign bone tumors are slow-growing and encapsulated, but can still weaken bone and cause pathologic fractures. Osteochondroma is the most common benign tumor and usually occurs near the knee or shoulder with low malignant transformation risk. Bone cysts may be painful and expansile, or primarily create fracture risk in younger patients. Osteoid osteoma classically causes severe night pain relieved by aspirin. Giant cell tumors are locally aggressive and carry increased risk for malignant transformation. Osteosarcoma is the most common primary malignant bone tumor and most often affects children, adolescents, and young adults. Older adults with Paget disease or prior radiation exposure are also at increased risk. Patients typically present with localized bone pain and a palpable tender mass. And early lung metastasis is a major complication. Chondrosarcoma usually affects middle-aged and older adults, with prognosis depending heavily on tumor grade. Ewing sarcoma and fibrosarcoma are less common, but remain important malignant bone tumors. Secondary bone disease occurs when cancer metastasizes from another primary site into bone. The most common sources are breast, lung, kidney, thyroid, and prostate cancers. Metastatic disease often affects multiple bones simultaneously, producing widespread skeletal pain and high fracture risk. Lesions may be lytic, causing bone destruction, or blastic, causing abnormal bone overgrowth, with prostate cancer classically producing blastic lesions and breast or lung cancers more commonly producing lytic lesions. Malignant bone tumors aggressively destroy normal bone through lytic invasion, weakening structural integrity and creating high risk for pathologic fractures with little or no trauma. Benign tumors usually expand more slowly and symmetrically, but can still compress surrounding tissue and distort normal bone growth. Lytic lesions primarily create fracture risk, while blastic changes create pressure and structural deformity. Nursing care depends on understanding which process is damaging the bone. Bone tumor patients commonly present with progressive bone pain, palpable masses or deformities, pathologic fractures, and systemic symptoms such as weight loss or fever. Malignant bone destruction can weaken the skeleton enough to fracture with minimal trauma. The most urgent complication is spinal cord compression. Sudden weakness, gait instability, or loss of bowel or bladder control is a neurologic emergency requiring immediate intervention to prevent permanent deficits. Bone tumor evaluation begins with X-ray, CT, and MRI to assess bone structure, while PET scans identify metastatic spread. Elevated alkaline phosphatase may indicate osteogenic sarcoma, and hypercalcemia is common in metastatic bone destruction. Definitive diagnosis requires biopsy with careful technique to prevent tumor seeding. Nursing care during the diagnostic process includes patient preparation, education, symptom monitoring, and emotional support through a highly stressful oncology workup. Bone tumor treatment depends first on whether the disease is primary or metastatic. Primary tumors are managed with curative intent through tumor removal, limb preservation, and prevention of metastasis. Metastatic bone disease is managed palliatively with focus on pain control, fracture prevention, and quality of life. Palliative care is active and intensive care, not withdrawal of treatment, and nursing goals must align with the patient's disease pathway and family expectations. Bone tumor surgery ranges from limb-sparing excision to amputation depending on tumor size, location, and spread. Reconstruction may require prostheses, bone grafts, arthroplasty, or bone cement to stabilize weakened bone. Postoperative risks include infection, VTE, pulmonary complications, prosthesis dislocation, and graft non-union. Chemotherapy and radiation are commonly used for malignant tumors, while bisphosphonates and denosumab help reduce skeletal complications and fracture risk in metastatic disease. Bone tumor assessment tracks symptom progression, mass size and tenderness, distal neurovascular status, range of motion, and functional ability. Pain management is multimodal, using systemic analgesics, localized radiation, or systemic isotopes for widespread metastatic pain. Handle and reposition patients gently because pathologic bones can fracture with minimal force. Use splints and positioning aids to protect affected extremities. Fracture prevention is a major nursing priority in patients with bone tumors because weakened bone can break with minimal stress. Reinforce weight-bearing restrictions consistently and ensure patients receive proper assistive device training before independent ambulation. Encourage strengthening of unaffected extremities to preserve mobility and functional independence. Safe movement techniques and protective positioning reduce the risk of catastrophic pathologic fractures. Hypercalcemia in bone tumor patients results from rapid bone destruction, releasing calcium into the bloodstream. Elevated calcium can cause weakness, confusion, and life-threatening cardiac dysrhythmias, so calcium trends must be monitored closely. Treatment includes aggressive IV fluids, loop diuretics, bisphosphonates, denosumab, and early mobilization. Infection prevention and wound care are also critical because these patients are at high risk for delayed healing, pressure injuries, and treatment-related infections. Discharge planning for bone tumor patients begins at admission and requires early coordination with the multidisciplinary team. Patient and family teaching must cover medications, aseptic dressing care, weight-bearing restrictions, and warning signs that require immediate medical attention, home nursing visits and telehealth support, ongoing monitoring for metastasis, progression, and treatment complications. Patients with advanced disease also need emotional support, counseling resources, spiritual care, and hospice discussions when appropriate. Bone tumor care requires understanding the full spectrum of disease, from benign lesions with fracture risk to aggressive metastatic cancer. Nursing care must align with the overall treatment goal, whether curative or palliative. Core priorities include pain management, fracture prevention, infection control, and safe mobility support. Throughout every stage of care, the focus remains on preserving function, maintaining quality of life, and supporting the patient with dignity and compassion. In summary, bone tumors may be benign or malignant, but metastatic bone disease is far more common than primary bone cancer. Osteosarcoma is the most common primary malignant bone tumor and primarily affects children and young adults. Malignant tumors weaken bone structure, increasing the risk of pathologic fractures, severe pain, and spinal cord compression with neurologic deficits. Nursing priorities focus on pain control, mobility safety, infection prevention, emotional support, and protecting patients from complications related to fractures and metastasis.